Greetings, 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 peace and power to you. Welcome once again to Seti Saturdays, Seti Saturdays. It is December the 16th. We thank you so much for joining us. We thank you so much for tuning in. Please be sure to share, to like, to get the word out about this all important information that we are sharing with you on a continuous and regular basis, because we want to get as many people economically empowered and economically as free as possible. You know, family, it's very interesting sometimes in the human reality that oftentimes it's the things that are best for us, the things that are good for us, the things that we say that we want, we often run away from, don't pay attention to, or for whatever reason, seemingly sometimes you almost have to get people, bring people along, kicking and screaming almost. But this year, as we close 2023 and move into 2024, it is imperatively our goal to make as many people as wealthy as possible, as educated in digital economics and digital finance as possible, educated about alternative finance in general, and how to better navigate these waters as the system itself is changing due to a number of collapsing factors, and what was yesterday is not today. And so we invent tomorrow today. We seek to be ahead of the curve, and to get you ahead of the curve, and to get people ahead of the curve, so that we are not unnecessarily or as dramatically affected by change as change is well underway. And so just a quick, again, overview of who we are. We are Seti Inc. We are a management consulting company. We do business advisory. We specialize in digital economics, digital financial literacy, decentralized crypto investment. We talk about all the realm of what we do, which is more specified than just what I just outlined, which you can certainly find our services at the website www.setiinc.com, setiinc.com. You can check it out and see the depth of things that we do. We work with organizations and individuals and businesses, and we've done a lot of great work in strategically doing things. So these four pillars: number one, management consulting, which really deals with problem solving, strategic planning, building the apparatus and mechanisms for success. And then wealth creation, financial development. This entails the growth of wealth, and I say wealth specifically here, or we say wealth specifically here, because we're not just talking about earning money. We're talking about growing wealth, which is different. Wealth management comes along as many people I've talked to have made money over the years, but when they look at what their wealth level is, it's not anywhere near where they want it to be. And so wealth management is very necessary to ensure success in terms of what we want to achieve overall. Number three, wealth security, ensuring that we are able to protect that which we have worked so hard to gain. And so, family, I want to really make sure that you're checking in with us. If you have not seen us before, if this happens to be your first time with us, we thank you for joining us. If you've been with us before, make sure that you keep tuned in. Make sure that you stay live with us. Make sure that you are tuning into all of our social media. We're going to be doing some changes. We hope next week we understand that we can now broadcast right from this particular venue right into Instagram. And if that happens to be the case, we will be broadcasting instead of the two shows. We will broadcast everything at the same time at 2:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So we're going to be checking out the details of that. That may, in fact, be the case starting next week. Live broadcast, one live broadcast coming through here. And then we're going to integrate our Facebook as well. So we'll be broadcasting the Seti Saturday show there. But on any and all of these channels, there may be different things going on. So you want to connect to us, Seti Inc., Seti.Inc. on Instagram, Seti on Facebook, Seti on YouTube, Seti Inc. on YouTube, Seti Inc. on Facebook. And we'll continue to be growing out a number of things. Now, as I'm getting into this, before I forget, I want to tell you about the Superior Investment Club that we have. And people, our members are joining it, and they're finding success. Some people just went through their first month, and they received their earnings. So people are seeing the success of what we're doing here. You want to be a part of this. Up until the end of this year, we're offering a special opportunity for you to get in with a very, very mediocre investment just to get started. And I'm going to talk about why you want to certainly be involved in this. But I'll start off with this. If you talk to anybody who is involved in any way in finance, financial investments in particular, they would generally tell you that real estate, stock market, gold, silver, right? They would generally give you those four things as being primo in terms of being able to reap you some real benefit and success, right? However, as of late, and not necessarily that lately, but people are recognizing more and more the power of decentralized finance and the power of the crypto markets in particular related to decentralized finance, and how this really, in some senses, overshadows all the rest. And so this has been the case so much so as we've been talking about certain individuals like Mr. Jamie Dimon, like Mr. Larry Fink of JP Morgan and BlackRock, respectively, who a few years ago, they were not on board with decentralized finance and crypto. They did not think necessarily it was a great idea. Mr. Diamond recently, as we reported last week, indicated that, he's really against it. And yet, they're still involved. JP Morgan is certainly utilizing blockchain technology to advance the business interests of JP Morgan. And BlackRock, in fact, has gone to the point of advocating for BTC or Bitcoin ETFs. Yes. So I want to talk a little bit about these dynamics because, as I said earlier, our goal is to make as many people wealthy as possible. We're going to pull teeth. We're going to pull you kicking and screaming. We're going to get you over the road, and then you'll thank us later. But listen, this is real. This is not a mirage. These realities are manifesting themselves. And right now, as I'm speaking, as we're closing out the end of 2023, there are huge amounts of opportunities growing. But still, you got to be careful because, it's ironic that during this time of year, which is the holiday season, and there's supposed to be the spirit of kindness, the spirit of joy, the spirit of spirituality of some sort. And yet, statistically, we know that the crime rates go up. Other things go up, suicide, murder even goes up. And so, people kind of get a little more scammy, a little more ruthless, unfortunately, during this time of year because they're after money. And as it always is, we advocate certainly the education of those who move or operate in the decentralized finance world. We are the specialists. We are the leaders in digital financial literacy. And certainly we advocate knowing and being connected to the knowledge that gives you the power to be successful. Aside from that, as I've already stated, many have found, even those that have taken courses determined to be part of our investment club because it offers them the mechanisms whereby they themselves don't have to do pretty much anything or much of the work at all as it's being handled by others, and yet they reap the benefits of true passive income. But I want to give us some credence now. I want to share some facts. I want to give you some juice so that you know that Brother Bay is not just, talking about something that's advantageous for him and his company, but in fact, I'm giving you information to help you to see clearly where we are in this dispensation of time and why we're advocating the moves that we are and why you should get into action right now. You should right now be contacting us at customer service at TySetiInc.com, customer service at TySetiInc.com, and scheduling your free consultation to learn more, to learn how to get involved, to learn how to change your life in 2024. Change your life in 2024. Listen, you can never have too many streams of income. Never. You can never have too many streams of income because the dynamics of this world are changing so quickly as the fall of a system is manifesting itself that none of us really know what exactly is going to take place. So we have to be involved with a multitude of things that can safeguard us against the shifts. It's like being in an earthquake zone. You want to be prepared for an earthquake because you know it might come. If you live in a tidal wave zone, you want to be prepared for tidal waves because you know they may come. But what would you do if you lived in an area where any of these kinds of things could take place? You want to be certainly prepared for anything. That's what we're advocating here. So take a look now at just some recent events that have taken place where BlackRock, which is one of the largest investment firms in the world, again, they've been advocating, pushing the SEC toward allowance and allowing the regulation of Bitcoin ETFs. And these ETFs, what they do, they pool resources or they pool investment modalities into sources which allow investors to make money. And as I stated earlier, Mr. Fink wasn't really, Bitcoin and cryptocurrency and decentralized finance was not necessarily his thing, let's say. But guess what happened? His clients said they want in. Industrial capital wants into decentralized finance. And so what Mr. Fink says here in short is he is warning that if the SEC puts unnecessary and undue regulation on the decentralized market or these decentralized aspects such as cryptocurrencies in the U.S., that basically, money will be pushed out of the U.S. Capital will flee from the U.S. to get involved in this because friends and family, guys, listen, this is bigger than most of the investment modalities that we're used to, and it's just getting started. We are now moving into a bull run, and it's subject to be the biggest bull run that we've seen yet, and it's ramping up right now. Pay attention, take notes. You want to get involved right now. Now, let me add a little more credence to this. Gary Gensler of the same SEC that we've been mentioning here, he said in the recent article just a few days ago, dismissed the role of cryptocurrency in capital markets by fielding Bitcoin ETF questions. Again, the big money wants to play and get involved in decentralized finance because they understand, right? Number one, their clients want it because their clients understand that's where the money is. And where the money is where the money wants to go. And so BlackRock and numerous other firms have been lobbying the SEC, pushing the SEC to allow for these ETFs to go into effect so they can get busy and do business. They too know that the bull market is here. And in fact, these happenings are pushing the price and the speculation and the beliefs toward and adding fuel to the fire that is already burning toward the advent of the growth of cryptocurrency, the growth of various cryptocurrencies, the marketplace itself, and decentralized finance at large. Let me layer a little bit more on for you. Gary Gensler acknowledges SEC's new look at Bitcoin ETFs post Grayscale decision. If you have been following us or following the news, you may have known a few months ago another large investment firm, Grayscale, had sued the SEC over its desire to get in and make BTC ETFs real and operational. And Grayscale won. And so now the SEC, who has been against these things, is now taking another approach, says Mr. Gensler. They're taking a new look, as he says, at Bitcoin ETFs. Listen, it's going to happen. They will get the go-ahead to move forward. These big firms have trillions of dollars, literally, and are impacting, and they want to get in the game. They want to go where the big money is. I want to ask you, if the big boys understand this, and they're not in the game all the way yet, but you and I can get in the game right now. They already know what's coming down the pike. But you and I can get in the game right now before the big bull run happens, before all the big money moves right into the arena. You and I are sitting at the proverbial right place at the right time. You and I right now have the capacity to win and get involved. I'm going to keep layering it on for you, because what I'm really trying to do here, friends, is I'm trying to remove any rational person's excuses for why you would not want to partake, at least learn. Because the movement of these things are going to continue to grow, and some people, the people in the right places, will be the benefactors of success. Will be the benefactors of success. Now, to add just a little more layer on the cake here, and to show the increasing power, the increasing magnitude of strength of the decentralized world, and how these things are literally changing life in the globe that we live in, changing the political, economic dynamics on the entire planet. Some of us may be aware that just recently, El Salvador announced its success. El Salvador made Bitcoin legal tender in its nation a couple years ago. There were many, many detractors to this happening. Obviously, the powers that be, the powers that control monetary influence over international affairs, and over, in particular, those nation states who are often considered to be, quote unquote, third world nations. These entities and these actors did not like the IMF and the World Bank, did not like the fact that El Salvador was making this decentralized cryptocurrency, Bitcoin, its legal tender. They didn't like that, but they stayed the course nevertheless. And even during the periods when Bitcoin seemingly was losing money, it was going sideways, it wasn't doing very well, El Salvador stayed the course. And now look, $3.6 million in profits this nation state has realized because of being involved in decentralized finance. I just want to ask us the question. If a nation state, an entire populace of people, a nation state can benefit itself, can take itself off of the roads of poverty, take itself out of being treated like a third world entity, take itself out of want, need, and poverty due to the power of this technology, due to the power of decentralized finance. What can this do for you and I? What can this do for our families? Please, please, please do not delay. We want to tell you wholeheartedly, we want your success. We're looking for any and all who want success to join us and to join those who are with us as we continue to drive home, to make roads and inroads, to continue to further and look for those ideal platforms, protocols, and programs that are rendering us the success that we are continuing to see. Please, please do yourself and your family a favor and make sure you spread the word by telling people to join us here at Seti Saturday. Make sure you check out the website, www.seti8.com, and even more, get that free consultation. Take advantage of these end of the year specials that are going on, these special offers, but get involved right now. Do not be one of those people that, once again, say, I wish I would have, I know I could have, but I did not. No, get involved today. The opportunity is before you. Please, 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 friends and family, take advantage of the opportunity. As they say, you must strike while the iron is hot. Strike while the iron is hot. We thank you so much for joining us. We thank you so much for being with us. Please, again, like, share, and spread the word about what this great work, this great mission that we are engaged in to produce economic wealth, economic vibrance, economic power for the masses. Thank you so much. Thank you for joining us at Seti Saturday. Peace and power.